Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, welcome to episode 6 of Season 3 versus Streams. With me, I have Man in the Middle and Amelia Skywalker. She is a friend. Don't know if she's a content creator. Are you?
Mostly on TikTok.
Alrighty. So,
trying to branch out, though.
Yeah. And our other friend, Bertz, is going to be possibly a little late. And tonight we are discussing Scorpion King, both human version and monster version, versus Conan the Barbarian. And before I get started, I'll let Bill plug his channel. How you doing?
I'm fine. I am Bill. I am the Man in the Middle. You can find me on YouTube under that name, and Man in the Mid 4 on Twitter.
Alrighty. And Amelia, is there anything you want to plug before we get started?
On my Facebook, you can find me at either Darth Vengeance or Dark Lady Vortex, and on TikTok, you can find me at Valen Sith Empress. Be sure to like my videos over there.
Yeah. And hello, Lasso of Truth. Thank you for stopping in. So, Matthias, the Scorpion King, we are going to get this going. Everybody knows him as the Rock with long hair.
Orange Hat, quick question.
Okay.
Is it bad that I only know about the Scorpion King from The Mummy 2?
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
Now, Matthias was an Akkadian. He was a basic warrior race back in ancient Egypt and the surrounding areas at the time. After losing at the Battle of Thebes, I believe, he was cast out into the desert in exile, and he made a bargain with Anubis and said that if he allows him to take vengeance on his enemies, he would give him his soul. Well, he managed to take Thebes, and Anubis right then claimed his soul. So, after circa 5,000 years later, after losing his sanity and his humanity, he became a scorpion monster. It's in your Twitter there, Bertz. I sent it to your Twitter DMs. So, yep, Bertz is on his way in. In your Twitter DMs. But yes. And then when Rick O'Connell and Imhotep came in and woke his ass up, well, yeah. We saw just how brutal he could be, how fast he is and whatnot. Now, the way I see it, if we pinned him up against Monster Scorpion King, or I'm hearing myself. Is that on your end, Amelia?
What?
Are you watching the stream?
No. I did have some music playing in the background, but that was just my computer, and I muted
definitely,
it.
Yeah,
I muted
definitely
it.
Mute that. But yeah. I'm guessing it's probably on your end then, Bill.
I muted it. Yeah, I hear it too.
Yep, that did it, whatever it was.
That was probably me. I was trying to forward this to my Facebook page.
Okay. Thank you. And so, yeah, we got Conan versus Matthias as a human and Conan versus Matthias as the monster. Now, once Bert's gets in here, we will push it forward even further, and I'll give him a small rundown. And then we will continue on. So, people in the chat, I think just unplug that. Or let me know how you all are doing. And I gotta basically fix this thing so it starts to. I cannot wait until I get my new Chromebook because I'm sick and tired of this damn charger not working correctly. Come on. There we go. Now let's see if it charges right. And let's wait for Bert's. 91%. So it's calculating. Yes, and I know that I got my microphone on. Now, so yeah, how is everybody? This thing got unplugged again. You son of a bitch. I'm going to be finagling with this element. And there he is. Let me just add him here.
I live a bit of a distance from my I live a bit of a distance. I work a bit of a distance from my house, and I had to pick some food up on the way because I have 0 cooking skills.
Oh, wow. You need to get yourself a woman.
I do. She's called my mom, but she's out tonight, so...
Ah, gotcha. Alrighty, and we are doing well, Lasso of Truth. Good to see you. Good to see you. And everybody, be sure to smack that like button. There is also a poll in the chat. So if you want to take and vote for your vote in the chat, yes, I know I am currently competing with other YouTubers that are well, unfortunately unable to change their schedules because of real life and whatnot. So yeah, that's understandable, and it's just something that we're going to have to deal with. So yeah, Bert, do you have any content you want to plug?
Well, I've been going a little crazy with my YouTube channel recently. I've got Mordhau videos. I've been doing Resident Evil every weekday. But on Halloween weekend, I'm going to change it up a little and upload on the weekend, too. That'll be exciting. Probably more exciting than the game. But aside from that, no, not really. Same name as here. It's First Trisket, if anyone is even remotely interested in seeing my mediocre content.
Yeah. His content, folks, just give him a search, and I'm pretty sure that you'll probably find some pretty good stuff there. Let me
thank you.
Stop or try to get this damn thing working because I really am gonna not miss this Chromebook. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, we're doing 2 versions of the Scorpion King, Berts, both human and monster version.
Alrighty.
We're gonna start with the monster version first. And as we do in our versus streams, we ask each panelist before or who do you think would win without any reason why, but let me give you both a little background on each. I already gave a little background on the Scorpion King. As for Conan, yes, he is brutish. He's not superhuman. He is very strong, however, and he's also incredible. He's a genius in his own time. He's not just a barbarian. He's actually quite the genius. He's a master thief. He's a master swordsman. He's a master hand-to-hand combatant. and he's been known to take on 20 guys at once and win. He's not perfect, he's not invincible, but he is indeed a very brutal warrior in his own right. So with that background information, starting with Amelia, who do you think would win between the monster version of Scorpion King and Conan the Barbarian?
Scorpion King.
Okay. Bert's?
Not even a question. Scorpion King. Like, he's literally... Wait, you said without reason, right?
Without reason, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll get into the reasons later then. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And Bill?
I'm actually going to be dissenting. I'm going to go with Conan.
Ooh.
Okay. And I'm going to actually say monster version of Scorpion King wins this because, well, now we are getting into our reasonings, and I'll explain it after I let you all go through. So, Amelia, give your reason why you picked Scorpion King monster version. I think she's frozen.
Oh, no. Frozen like he did.
Yeah, I was... Looks like I'm freezing too on my laptop.
Yeah, you seem to be lagging a little bit at times.
Yeah, that's probably the damn internet. Fucking told them not to overload the damn thing.
Well, if it's any consolation, my internet regularly disconnects me, but then, like, a simple restart and it works perfectly fine. It's a problem that my brother and I have.
Same here. Am I coming in clear now?
Less laggy than you were, but
yeah, you're still a little laggy. Now you.
All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna try Canon my camera. See if that helps. Does it help at all?
Seems to.
Alrighty.
So and Amelia is still lost.
Yeah. Let's see in the private chat. Alrighty. There, sent that to Amelia. And I see that we have a couple other people in the chat. Feel free to engage in the poll of who do you think will win between Scorpion King and Conan. The poll is not the monster version, but the human version. So while we wait for Amelia, we'll let Bertz give his reasoning behind his choice.
All right. So my reasoning is, now keep in mind, I haven't seen The Mummy Returns in about half a decade, so my memory could be faulty here. And I just watched Conan yesterday for the first time.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
Yes. I did see the Jason Momoa one at, I think, over a decade ago. So I don't have any memory about that except for naked women in the background, a dude's head explodes against a rock, and there's like a snake person at the end.
Mm.
But anyway, unless I'm mistaken, the Scorpion King is immortal unless stabbed through the heart by that specialized spear or something. Meanwhile, Conan is a less powerful guts. It's like he's strong, he's tenacious, but he's still very human. And we saw what the Scorpion King can do to humans. My lord, help me! Why?
Yeah. All right, and Bill, your reasoning.
Well, like you said, Conan's a genius, and I think he would research the Scorpion King and try to find its weaknesses, And like you said, if he had the spear, it would be over. I also, if you go with the Roy Thomas or even the Robert Howard Conan stories, that's what he does for a living, is defeat magical animals or magical creatures or wizards. That's what he does. So I think with his background, he would find a way.
Yeah. So. All right. As for me, it would depend if he actually finds the scepter and spear of Osiris, because that is the one thing that can kill the Scorpion King in his monster form, because he is immortal, unless he is stabbed with that weapon. I really do love that scene with Rick. He's like, go to hell and take your friends with you. It just works, you know? It works. But also,
that scene in The Mummy 2 is like one of the best scenes ever.
Oh, you're back. Okay, but you're still frozen.
Too bad the rest of the movie wasn't as good.
Yeah.
Those freaking pygmies. But anyway, they were hilarious, but they were just ridiculous, too.
Okay, so I saw something online in regards to The Mummy. Brendan Fraser Okay, so apparently Brendan Fraser wasn't even supposed to be on set the day that he did this. He came out in full Anaxunamun. Body paint and everything. And Arnold Belushi was just traumatized.
That is freaking hilarious.
That is
hilarious.
Thought I'd share something funny.
So, yeah, if he does have the spear, Conan might be able to pull it off. But if he doesn't, he's definitely screwed, because that's the only thing that can kill the Scorpion King in monster form. So now let's go to human form with our Scorpion King Matthias. Amelia, who do you think would win without saying why?
Conan.
All right. Bert's.
It's a tough one. I've been thinking about it all day. And like I said, limited knowledge here, but I'm leaning Scorpion King.
All right. And Bill.
I'm going with Conan.
Okay. Me. I'm going to tie it up. I'm going to say Scorpion King. And now let's go to the whys. So, Amelia, why did you pick yours?
Well, from what I've seen of the Scorpion King, and I will admit I've seen bits and pieces of the Scorpion King movies. I just haven't sat down and watched them in full. But from what I've seen, Conan would absolutely destroy Matthias.
Okay. Bert's?
Well, granted, the movie wasn't very clear on it, at least not as far as I remember, but Scorpion King had to amass an army somehow, right? Now, if he was just born into that role, then yeah, fair enough. But the movie seems to imply that it was because of his incredible stature as a warrior, which Conan also does after the first movie, I think. And because of that leads me to believe that he's a very great warrior. He's very talented at what he does. And we actually see him. We see him fighting in the battle of, you said it was Thebes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we see him. He is on the front line, leading that charge headfirst into the enemy forces, who, for some reason, decided not to stay behind the safety of their walls. And he's sitting there, he's fucking shit up. Like Conan, he's really good at fighting. But in the movie, what he does is he takes out predominantly a bunch of drunk losers who are preoccupied with something else. Now he does take out a good 30 or so warriors at the end of the movie with the element of surprise and the aid of a ninja, a wizard, and a ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Scorpion King, he's fucking shit up. And I understand this is a matter of budget, not actual skill. But when Conan is training with with what looks like the shittiest katana I've ever seen, the edge alignment is so off. It's so bad. It looks like he's trying to paddle through the air with it. So
Well,
I'm just
we're
saying,
not just going by the movie version. We're going by comic story and version as well, where he is. Yeah.
Which is why I prefaced my very limited knowledge.
Yeah.
Now,
basically, to give you some background, he's a genius of his time. He can speak several different languages. He's a master tactician. He's a master swordsman and whatnot.
Okay, so he's like a more intelligent, less strong version of Guts, is what I'm gathering.
Oh, he's a barbarian as well. Yes, he's strong. Yes, but he's not just brute force.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
thief.
Yeah. It's a tough call, but I think I'm gonna stick with what I've chosen for the reasons I've laid out so far.
All right. And Bill.
You pretty much laid out my argument that, master tactician, master swordsman. And like I said earlier, that's what he does. He goes in the comics, in the books, and even in the movie. You lay something in front of him, he's going to kill it.
Yeah. And I remember that Amelia and Bertz did say that they were both Scorpion King on this one. So I'm actually going to, like I said, I wanted to be the tie on this one. So it would be, or I'm going to say Conan on this one because, yes, Conan is extremely strong. He's fought 20 people at once each time coming out on top. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. Scorpion King was messing shit up in that movie, in the fights, and he is his own hero in the movies, the Scorpion King movies. But then again, so is Conan, and Conan's been fighting a lot more dangerous beings. But I do think that Conan, being as smart as he is, could definitely overcome somebody like the Scorpion King. So, yeah, that's my reason. So now we're going to get into how do we see this stuff going down? Is it going to be like a desert showdown, or is Conan just going to be hired to withstand the assault at Thebes, or how do we all see this going down? We'll start with Amelia.
Well, with the assault at Thebes against Conan, if Matthias has Anubis's army with him, then I would give it to Matthias. But if he doesn't, I'm giving it to Conan.
All right.
Well,
good to see you, Soul Assassin.
Oh. Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
So, Bert, how do you see it going down?
Well, having just run through it in my mind, I might be changing my answer. Because, like I said, I said earlier that the army of Thebes, for some reason, didn't stay behind the very massive walls that they had. They instead marched the entire army out and fought the Scorpion King in open battle and won.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of retreating to his, city or temple or whatever would be the ancient Egyptian equivalent, he just wandered into the desert with a couple dozen men and they all died. So if Conan is a tactical genius, whether or not he was hired to withstand the attack If he was hired to withstand this attack, then he would basically tell the Theban
Yeah.
Thebes army, he would tell them,
Theban.
no, just stay behind your walls, guys, and just shoot at them from the top. Like, you'll be fine. And it would work. So, yeah, I might change my answer here.
Alrighty. And hold on one moment. I need to turn down my phone. Because somebody just sent me a suggestion, Mad's Mama Bear, and I always take her suggestions into account when it comes to certain things. That's an interesting discussion, which one I will definitely discuss with her at a later date. Okay, so Bill, how do you see it going down?
I like Bert's discussion of it, but I see Conan as wanting to get in there and tear it up. He might have him shoot for a while, but I think his bloodlust would finally get to him, and he'd open the doors.
Yeah.
Charge an army down.
Ooh. Do you think he would? Do you think he'd challenge Scorpion King to a one-on-one duel? Maybe
Probably.
thinking,
that's
if I can kill their
Yeah.
king in front of all of them, that would rout their army. Like, they wouldn't have a leader.
At that point, he might not even be thinking. He just want to get in there, cover himself in blood. But I did like what you had to say about that.
Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties.
That's all right.
That's fine. They happen to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yep, they do.
Orange Hat, we all know your Chromebook sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, the way I see it, it would basically come down to the Battle of Thebes, where Conan would be Conan would be hired to be a tactician for the Theban army, and even against the army of Anubis, I think Conan would be easily willing to go up against them, but he would also fight the Scorpion King as well.
Mm.
As for him fighting the Scorpion King, he would toss his ass around because yes, he is stronger than just normal guys. He can toss around a few guys here and there. He's not superhuman, but he does have a lot of strength and agility and even marksmanship for that matter. Both of them do. But I do see that Conan would actually take this fight. So we're only 28 minutes in, so we're going to go into like favorite moments of each character or favorite moments from each movie that we've seen these characters in. So we'll start with Bill. Any favorite moments you want to talk about?
Unfortunately, with the Scorpion King, I don't remember much about him at all. Even in Mummy 2, which is probably my favorite Mummy movie.
Aha, showing your bias, I see.
It's been ages since I've seen it. Although I can say the same about Conan. But I'm trying to remember if it was. So I have conflicting memories between Conan and Sword and the Sorcerer. They both came out the same month. But I can't remember if it was Conan when they're sneaking into the palace and they walk by someone and they pull out a finger out of the soup and start eating it.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah. And then you can't go wrong with James Earl Jones.
Are you sure that was a finger and not a toe?
It might have been a toe. I can't remember. Like I said, it's been ages since I've seen it. I just remember the scene.
That I don't remember any fingers or toes in Conan. I saw that yesterday.
Okay, it must have been Sword and the Sorcerer then. But anything with James Earl Jones as a bad guy, those are great scenes right there.
James Earl Jones, he voiced Darth Vader, right?
Yeah.
We all know that.
That's why Star Wars is great.
Yeah. But him as Thulsa Doom and Conan was just perfect.
Well, I'm a big Star Wars know-it-all, apart from Orange Hat, because he's the one who taught me most of stuff I know about Star Wars. So
Flesh
Oh,
is
yeah.
stronger than steel, Conan.
Alrighty, so Amelia, anything that you liked from either one, Conan or...
never seen Conan, will admit.
Alright.
But my favorite scene with the Scorpion King, it is from The Mummy 2, where Evelyn's brother has the spear,
Oh, yeah.
and Rick is going, Jonathan, it's a spear! And he's like, doesn't look like a spear, and he's like, it opens up into a spear!
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I see it now.
Yeah.
He's so slow. Like I
Right?
thought I was slow. This man be chugging on snail juice. Like
But I will have to admit, my favorite scene from The Mummy 2 has got to be when Rick O'Connell and the Magi, he's like, what the hell are you doing here? Never mind that, who are they and where are they taking my wife?
Yeah.
But then the next scene, that's my favorite, it goes, you, big trouble. Wait, no, it goes, you, lighten up. You, big trouble. You, get in the car.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Bert's
well,
favorite moments.
I'm not sure I have a favorite moment from Mummy 2, aside from, the one we already very clearly went over with go to hell and take your friends with you. Favorite moment in Conan? I don't know. Like, I think the one that made me laugh the most was seeing a hand come out of the crypt full of skeletons to pull the chain out of the... so that Arnold didn't trip on the chain as he's climbing out. I think that was my favorite moment.
Where is that? I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's right after Conan finds the sword and breaks all the dust off of it, and he's climbing out of this temple to go fight the dogs. As he's climbing out, you can see one of the stagehand's hands come out pulling the chain, holding the chain up so that he doesn't trip over it. It's like the hand that pulls the Velociraptor back in place. It's so it was distractingly hilarious. But
that has got to be hilarious.
Out of the place.
What was that?
What was this about a Velociraptor?
Oh, in Jurassic Park, one of the raptor puppets starts leaning into the room, and it starts falling over. And a stagehand, this is during the kitchen scene when the raptors are going through the door, and a stagehand comes in and pushes down on the raptor's tail to rebalance it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look for that.
I'm gonna have to check that one out too.
But
my
favorite moment, jokes aside, probably the moment where Conan realizes that the people around him do have it really good, and that they do have a point. They've built a lot with what they have, and so he basically makes the choice to go off and do the mission alone, so that the others don't have to lose what they very well might lose going on this mission. It's a very, very heartbreakingly noble kind of moment, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah. My favorite... Well, I haven't seen the Conan movies in forever, so I can't really speak on those moments. But my favorite moment from Mummy 2 with the Scorpion King, not with the Scorpion King directly, but the Pygmies, where frickin' Jonathan's running with one of the bad guys, and he's like, oh, look, there's a burial ground. See those ancient stones? They'll never cross those. You're sure? Yes, of course I'm sure. And then one of them does a freaking vault in, and it's like, ah! And he's like, ah! And then he ducks and sees the guy get stabbed, and he's like, ah! The thing looks at him, ah! And then it just starts screaming too. And that guy who got stabbed looks at Jonathan, and he's like, sorry, my mistake. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my god. The dude was alive long enough to freaking look at Jonathan like, You said it was safe.
Oh, you asshole! I'm dead because of you.
Exactly.
Jonathan is probably the dumbest character in The Mummy.
Probably. And then they're crossing the bridge and frickin' Rick's getting a dynamite out and he's like, "What's that for?" And he's like, "Wait for me, wait for me. What's that for?" "Oh, it's just in case of emergency." Tosses it to the frickin' pygmies. One of them catches it and another one tries taking it and he kicks him off. And they start crossing the thing and shaking it. It's like, "Oh, fire! Boom! Oh, shit."
This is my god stick, and then the power of God was unleashed upon them.
And Soul
Basically,
Assassin. Holy shit, you're right. There is a hand. Guess that dude didn't want Conan taking his soul.
Yeah.
Imhotep did nothing wrong. Have y'all seen Anuk-Sonam?
Yes, I have.
Anuk-Sunamun, yeah. Anuk-Sunamun, yeah. Yeah, Anuk-Sonaramen. Oh, Namen.
Just saying, girl, where did you get your makeup and dress done?
well, Anok-Sunamun's a bad bitch, but pardon my language, but you do know Evelyn is Nefertiti,
Nefertiti, yeah.
and I'm like,
yeah, that was a good fight between her and Nefertiti.
yeah,
The one with the Japanese size in Middle Kingdom, Egypt.
Yeah,
yeah.
right? It's like, why are there size in Egypt?
Well, not only
Right?
that, not only that, but consider that it's like a 2,000-3,000 year difference between the two time periods. Just saying.
Yep. Yeah,
Right?
you're not wrong.
But it was a
Could've
good
used
fight
more mud.
nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. Side note, by the way.
Effie, dude. Freaking great to see you, dude.
Side note, by the way. Ancient Egypt
Who said could have used more mud?
Ancient Egypt is so old that the pyramids were older to Cleopatra than she is to us.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like, that's a ridiculously long time for your civilization to last. Even if it went through major reforms and several collapses, that's insane.
Yep. And then Cleopatra or Nefertiti is I was recently watching the Highlander, the series, and Nefertiti's actually an immortal, like friggin' Duncan MacLeod. He ends up having to fight her. Sleeps with her, then he fights her and cuts off her head. And, yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, she tried killing him, and thing is, she went after him on holy ground.
The reverse praying mantis. I see. A wise choice.
Pretty much. But yeah, it's like, holy crap, dude. Oh yeah. Also, folks, be sure to take part in the poll to cast your vote. I'm actually going to open up YouTube to see how that's doing. Actually, I should have done SCOR. Yeah. There we go. But yep. So now we're getting to 40 minutes in. You know what? We might make it less than an hour. So we're going to start going. We are going to start heading to out of 10s. So, Bill, out of 10, how many do you give it to Conan? How many do you give it to Scorpion King?
Scorpion King in his human form, I would go 70-30 Conan, Scorpion King. In the monster form, I didn't know about the spear. Like I said, it's been ages, or I don't remember it. So I'd probably go 40-60 the other way, with the Scorpion King being on top.
All right. Amelia, strictly out of human score between human fighters, who wins the most out of 10?
I would say, can't believe I'm saying this, 70-30 to Conan.
Okay. And Bert's.
I'd say about the same. Scorpion King, he's a very competent fighter. He knows what he's doing, but he's not as strong as Conan, and he's clearly not as smart as him, as he lost a city that actively forgot that its walls existed twice. And then forgot that he had a castle to go back to and just got lost in the desert. So, not a very smart man for a man who supposedly became king, but, less believable things have happened in the real world. So, yeah, about 7-3 Conan favor.
Well, we're looking at the poll right now, and 6 votes, 67% Conan, 33% Scorpion King. I'm basically going to give it a 6-4 with Conan, because there are certain things that might take place. I mean, The Rock could get lucky, or he could actually have a skill or use something to actually give him to win the day. I mean, Conan is known to lose fights as well. I mean, he knocked his own self out by running into a freaking wall.
Good job!
Yeah. Have you all heard of duodecimal system Conan the Librarian? Crom is pleased. Yes, he is. So, this one is going to be the wall had it coming. This one is going to be a shorter stream, but do not think that is going to be the case all the time, folks, because I do have a special stream or versus stream coming on Halloween. And that is going to be Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers.
Michael Myers isn't even scary, and neither is Jason.
Well, I mean, in the first movie, Michael does have that intimidating, like, stays in the shadows kind of thing, but then the franchise definitely went on a lot more than it should have.
Yeah. Well, we're going to discuss, or me and a panel are going to discuss that. And after that, when we return back to Friday versus streams, it's going to be Darth Zana versus Darth Talon.
Ooh, that one.
Ooh, that would be fun.
You want to be in that one, Bill, you said?
Yeah.
Make sure to make me in that one as well.
All right, I will write you both down in.
Yeah, I won't be able to be here for Halloween because we're going to be doing, the Halloween trick-or-treating thing.
Yep, that's fine.
But I do want to be here for the Star Wars one.
All righty. Man in middle. And Amelia.
Oh, Bill.
Yes.
You're a big fan of Conan. You know a lot about the lore, right?
Probably not as much as I let on.
Okay, well, fair enough. What would you say is like the most incredible thing that you've seen him do?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Well, just I guess like maybe list off some like highlights.
Oh, jeez. Well, say I haven't. If I'd known there was a test, I would have studied.
Yeah. Well,
fighting the big snake.
Yeah.
Is that in Conan? Is that Conan?
Yeah, in the movie.
so.
Yeah, that was. I had my hands over my eyes because I hate snakes.
Nice.
It doesn't matter. I knew it was fake, but I can't see it. Just like when James Earl Jones turned into a snake, I had to sort of watch.
That was so weird.
Decapitating, Thulsa Doom, of course.
Jesus, Soul Assassin.
The reason I ask is because when I was watching Conan, many of the scenes, such as like the Thulsa Doom turning into a monster, and Conan having sex with a monster girl that turns into a monster and then he kills her.
Yeah.
The troubled childhood and all that stuff. It was very reminiscent of Berserk to me, which is one of my favorite series of all time. If you ever get your hands on a copy of some of the manga chapters, go ahead and read them. It's genuinely some of the best artwork and storytelling I've ever come across.
I'll look for that.
And the reason I ask is because again, they have a lot of similarities, Conan and Guts. Although I think Guts is a bit more superhuman because his weapon of choice at the start and halfway point of the series, because there's like this 200 chapter backstory after the first couple chapters. Yeah, it's great. And his weapon of choice is people have measured it somewhere between 200 and 400 pounds. A sword that's just a big slab of iron with sharp edges. And he, after fighting a giant moth monster that could fly at the speed of sound and impaled him several times, he swung that sword through 5 full plate armored knights with one swing. So
this is the manga we're talking about, not Keanu Reeves comic, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Where do you stand on how? All right, let's answer this, and then we gotta do a last plug.
How should? I don't know. I really don't know, because it's a very dark series, so I could very easily see Femto coming in and just fucking shit up. Everyone dies. But considering that it's a very Nietzsche type of story, I think it's going to end with everyone falling on each other's swords, with 1 or 2 survivors on either side, limping away, licking their wounds, and basically rebuilding everything that was destroyed. I think that would be a very tonally and narratively fitting end for Berserk.
All right. So, alrighty, and with that, we are going to start wrapping it up. Also, make sure that you all stay tuned for next week, Wednesday morning. That is going to be my mystery review. I have hints on the stream, or the stream's already set up. I have not put it in the playlist yet because I had to get it, or I was just getting it set up before I got started this stream. But the hints are feeding start and ugly. So if you know the movie, do not say it out loud, panelists, and do not put it in the chat, folks. But definitely keep it to yourself so you can let other people guess. And if you haven't guessed it by then, there will be a bonus hint on the stream or in the stream description. And hope to all see you there, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. And everybody, give a final plug for your channels, starting with Bill.
I'm the man in the middle. Do unboxing, reviews. In fact, I'll be doing a Dune review Sunday afternoon after I see the movie. So, look me up there.
Amelia?
I'm Amelia Skywalker. You can find me on Facebook at either Darth Vengeance or Dark Lady Vortex, as well on TikTok under the name Valen Sith Empress.
Alrighty, and Bertz?
Hi, I am Bertz Trisket. You can follow me on my third Twitter account, Bertz Trisket with an E, or with a 3 instead of an E, because Twitter likes banning people for innocuous statements. But I would prefer it if you all followed me on my YouTube channel, because Twitter is just a toxic shithole. And YouTube is the place where you get to see videos of people running into massive sword swings in Mordhau. So, and that's Bertz Trisket, exactly as you see here on the panel, capital B, capital T. yeah, and like I said, I've been doing Resident Evil uploads for the month of October. I mostly do short little clips of things I've thought were amusing in video games I play, and I do have plans to be making an animated series sometime in the next 10 years, but given the pace I'm moving at, could be 20. I'll be dropping little bits and bobs of artwork and maybe some story bits down the line. So
Alrighty.
yeah.
Hey, Bert, quick question.
Yes.
Do you play Resident Evil 8?
That is what I have been uploading, actually.
Okay. I'll be sure to check you out.
Alrighty. Thank you.
No problem.
Alrighty. And with that, before I do go, I want to give a shout out to the Full Aussie. Make sure you guys all tune into them. They start at, I believe, 10 o'clock on Saturday on the East Coast, so Eastern Standard, 10 a.m. Saturday morning. So make sure that you all tune in to Lethal Lightning's channel. Here is the link. It is in the chat. And I do want to thank you all for tuning in. Apame, Soul Assassin, Lasso of Truth, Riot Kitty. Who else? Bert. And
Hi,
thank
I'm
you
here.
to the panelists for joining. And stay tuned for the Halloween versus stream, folks, and the mystery review this upcoming Wednesday. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews and Panel. Have a wonderful night, and always remember to stay humble.
Right. Good night, guys.
Good night. You guys take care.
All right. Night, night.
Yeah, take care of yourselves. Be happy, be safe. You know, it's not
And
Halloween
it's
yet, so no
hasn't ended yet.
shenanigans, no antics.
It still hasn't ended yet.
Oh.
It's pulling its BS right now.
Oh, neat. Shenanigans are
Having
abound.
trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having trouble. So disconnect us, please. Yeah, freaking. This happens, folks. It's rather embarrassing, but it happens.
It's been a night for technical difficulties.
Yes, it has. Oh my god. This is just yikes.
At least there's no
Stay awesome.
ladybugs.
Yeah, stay awesome.
Stay awesome.